Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our lifelong learning series. My name is Sarah Drysdale. I am the Family and Consumer Sciences agent in Ballard County, and in today's episode, we are talking all things air fryers. This kitchen appliance has gained increased popularity over the past few years as a healthier alternative to making deep fried foods. And let me just tell you, this appliance has more uses than just making French fries. Let me show you. What is an air fryer? Air fryers mimic the results of deep fried food with nothing more than just some hot air and a tiny amount of oil, normally around a tablespoon. This appliance circulates air at high temperatures up to 400 degrees for about 10 to 25 minutes, which fries the food and gives you the same satisfying fatty taste and crunch with less fat. So what are the benefits of an air fryer? It cooks healthier fried foods to a crisp taste with less oil and less fat. It quickly cooks your food and hassle-free preparation, making a meal in 30 minutes or less. And you can easily convert any of your recipes from the oven to the air fryer with a very simple conversion. All you need to do is decrease the temperature 20 degrees, and then you need to decrease your cooking time by 20%, and you can have any meal in the oven in your air fryer. They're safer and more economical than using a deep fryer because it uses less oil and less energy. And there's no cooking smell around the house because of a built-in filter and the compact size. So let's look at a deep fryer and an air fryer side by side. Air fryers only need about a tablespoon of oil or no oil at all to cook the foods. This sometimes causes the food to be a little drier than when you deep fry it. Air fryers have different cooking methods, such as grilling, roasting, and even baking. So let's look at a deep fryer. Deep fryers require enough amount of oil to completely submerge the food, which can be costly over time. And the oil soaks into the food item, which makes it higher in saturated fats and more calories. And a deep fryer can only fry foods. So let's look at some average cooking time. Let's look at the average cooking time for some vegetables, meats, and seafoods. So we take here some asparagus. It'd be ready in the air fryer in 5 minutes at 400 degrees. What about a chicken breast? A chicken breast will be ready in about 12 minutes in an air fryer at 390 degrees. And what if I want some shrimp? Well, shrimp can be done in 5 minutes at 400 degrees. And like I said earlier, you can convert any recipe that you bake in the oven into an air fryer with an easy conversion. All you do is take the preheat temperature of your oven and decrease it between 25 and 30 degrees. So if something says to bake at 375, bake at 350 or lower. And then all you do is take your cooking time and you take 20% off of that. So what's the cost of an air fryer? Well, air fryers can cost between $70 and $300 depending on the technology and the features of versatilities. So it really depends on how big of an air fryer you want and what type of technology you want in it. Some come with roasting capabilities and grilling capabilities, and some of those may be on the higher end than just a regular air fryer that doesn't have all of that technology. Although all air fryers produce the same results, more expensive ones will have more features to your personal liking, as I said earlier. Overall, air fryers are cost-effective and saving you on resources and energy, as well as your time. Like I said, you can prepare one of your favorite meals in about 30 minutes or less, depending on how much you're cooking. So how do you clean your air fryer? Well, it's very simple. Air fryers have easy to remove parts that are dishwasher safe and are made with non-stick materials. Begin cleaning by unplugging your air fryer and making sure it is removed and taken away from the outlet, and taking all the removable parts out, such as your basket or your racks. All removable parts can be cleaned in the dishwasher or hand washed with your preference. And then wipe down the inside and outside of your air fryer with a sponge and soapy water, and be sure to wipe it dry before plugging it back in. So we've talked all about what an air fryer is, how to clean it, and the cost, but I think the most important question, how does it work? So here we have my air fryer that's here in my office, and all air fryers are different, but they all have very similar functions. So as you can see, we've got a basket on the inside, and it's removable so we can take out what we're using. And this catches the grease or anything that falls in the bottom, so that way it doesn't cause too much smoking with our heat element down here. And so to turn it on, it's pretty simple. You just pop it in and it beeps. We've got our power button to press start or to stop. We've got pre-settings right here for depending on what you're cooking. And the best part is we can change the timing for our timer, and we can change our temperature gauge. So I think after seeing our tool, we need to see it in action. So we are gonna make muffins. We are making sorghum gingerbread pear muffins. They are a plated up Kentucky Proud recipe. And so we have got a cup of whole wheat flour here. I'm adding in a quarter of a teaspoon of baking powder, a quarter of a teaspoon of baking soda, a quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a quarter of a teaspoon of ginger. And we are gonna mix this up. And we are gonna set it to the side as we get together our wet ingredients. I've got half a cup of buttermilk, half a cup of sorghum syrup, we're gonna make a mess in the kitchen. It's not cooking in the kitchen unless there's a little bit of a mess. We've got half a cup of applesauce, unsweetened applesauce, and we've got 1 egg. So we are gonna mix all that up until combined. And then we will add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. All right, now that that is all well combined, we are gonna combine our dry ingredients with our wet ingredients. And we are just gonna fold gently until it all is combined. All well combined, we are going to add in our diced pear. We took a whole pear, we peeled it, cored it, and we diced it into small chunks. So we will just add it in, and we will fold it gently, and there is our muffin mix, everybody. So now I'm sure you're all probably wondering, how are we making muffins in an air fryer? A muffin tin can't go in the air fryer. Well, there are 2 options that we have. One, you can use silicone muffin tins, which you can find at most home stores that sell pots and pans, or we can use muffin liners. So I've used a paper liner, and I've greased it, and then 2 aluminum foil wrappers right around it. And that should keep its shape for the most part as we bake them in the air fryer. So we will take our ladle and we will ladle up our muffins. We don't want them over full because we don't want a big mess everywhere. Put them in the air fryer. So my air fryer can only hold about 4 muffin tins at a time. So we will very carefully and slowly place them in the air fryer. Now, there doesn't need to be any oil sprayed in the air fryer. I just put a little bit of oil in the muffin liner so they wouldn't stick when they come out. So here they are in our muffin holder tray. And so we will pop it in, and we will, to our temperature, to 350, and we will bake them for about 10 minutes. And we will come back and check them, and when a toothpick comes out clean, they're ready.